And now let's move the starting line. First for the Cougars. At guard, 5'9" freshman, number 32, Tom Cougar. At guard, 5'8" junior captain, number 23, Jamie Davidson. At center, 6'4" junior captain, number 44, Stephen Carter. At forward, 5'10" senior, number 45, Casey Banner. At forward, junior captain, number 31, Connor Chapman. The Cougars are coached by Rob Gary, he's assisted by Jerry Davis and Casey Reno. And now the starting lineup for the Sentinels. At guard, 5'9" sophomore, number 21, Nate Lenhart. At guard, 5'8" junior, number 10, Tanner Furkey. At guard, 5'11" junior, number 30, Jesse Perkins. At forward, 5'10" junior, number 15, Dan Morrison. And at forward, 6'1" senior captain, number 20, Dylan Ogilvie. The Sentinels are coached by Matt Coffey, he's assisted by Bill Threadway.
Good afternoon, hometown cable viewers, and welcome to the field house on the campus of Plattsburgh State University for the fourth annual Coaches versus Cancer Section 7 Challenge. We get the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton in their away maroon jerseys facing the Sentinels of Ticonderoga in their white home jerseys, and the Cougars get the first possession, and nice pass over for Connor Chapman, who converts on an easy layup, so the Cougars take an early 2-0 lead. This is the Sentinels with the ball, gets bounced around. Davison comes away with the loose ball. This is Davison with it, looking to penetrate. Gets it over for Bedard. Bedard kicks it out to Manor. Manor tries to get in for Chapman, and that's knocked away by Overbeek. Stephen Carter with good hands comes up with a loose ball and puts in a bucket underneath. This is Lenhart with it over for Perkins. Perkins to Perky. Lenhart again. Perkins, I'm sorry. 21 is Lenhart. That ball gets stolen inside by the Cougars, and here they come on a nice break. Nice pass by Jamie Davison up for Connor Chapman, and he converts, and quickly the Sentinels take a 30-second timeout. Okay, out of the timeout, we Sentinels with the ball. Yeah. Calvin Castine on the camera with the keen eye. Noticed that starter Thomas Bedard headed for the locker room during that timeout and has been replaced by number 22, Randy Grimshaw. There's another nice pass up for Connor Chapman, who finishes on the other end. 6 points for Chapman in the first 2 minutes of this game. Here's the Sentinels try to get one inside to Morrison, but that kicked around with the save it. Here's a pass in for Overbeek, who turns and converts. Here's a pass inside for Carter. Davison squares up for 3. That's a little bit short. Nice offensive rebound by Chapman. Gives it back out for, here's Manor with a mid-range jumper that drops, and he draws the foul. Foul's going to go against Morrison. Casey Manor is at the line to see. Misses the free throw, but Carter with an offensive rebound and a putback. So 4 points for Stephen Carter. Cougars out to a quick 10-point lead here. This is Perkins with it. He gives it for Perky, who squares up for 3, but can't find the bottom of the net. Kearns with an offensive rebound. There's Perky again. This is Kearns. Drives the lane, puts up a shot, gets blocked by Carter. Here's a nice pass up for Davison. Davison drops in the layup for his first 2 points of the game. Substitution for the Sentinels is number 33, Austin. I don't have any of the first names, so we'll struggle with that as we go along. Here's a nice pass by Grimshaw to Chapman, who finishes. 8 points for Connor Chapman in the early going here. Here's the Sentinels. That's Perky with it. Kearns. Perkins inside for Austin. I'm sorry, that wasn't Austin, that's Mars. And he gets fouled on the way up. So Mars will shoot 2. Lenhart checks back in for the Sentinels. And the second free throw is no good. Come the Cougars on the run. This is Chapman, tries to get it inside for Carter, but that gets knocked out of bounds. Cougars are inbound. Here's a long pass in for Chapman. Davison squares up for 3. Looks like it's going to be short. It is. Ball skips around, goes out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the the Cougars are going to retain possession. This is Manor with it. Gives it over for Davison. Long pass for Chapman. Chapman underneath the basket. Puts the shot up and draws the foul. It's going to go against Jesse Perkins. That'll be his first. Put Connor Chapman on the line to shoot 2. And first one is up and good. 9 points for Connor Chapman in first 4 minutes of the game. And the second one is good. Cougars with a 14-point lead here halfway through the first quarter. There's a drive by Lenhart. Kicks it out to Overbeek. Back to Lenhart. Let's go with a 3 that's a little bit long. Carter with the rebound. This is Davison. Gives it for Grimshaw. Grimshaw to Davison. Davison kicks it out for Carter. Carter with the shot. And we got a foul underneath. And it's going to go against Connor Chapman on the clear out underneath. This is Kearns with it, over for Perkins. Perkins back to Kern. Kern drives the lane, but gets it stolen by Randy Grimshaw. Grimshaw takes it in, puts up the layup, draws the foul. First 2 points of the night for Randy Grimshaw. In fact, first 2 points in a good long time for Randy Grimshaw. Looks like Coach Guerin's going to go to the bench here pretty quick and put in a whole new line. Here comes the Sentinels the other way. This is Lenhart with it. Ricky over to Kearns inside for Mars. Mars, nice strong move to the rack. He converts on that. 3 points for Mr. Mars. This is Grimshaw with it. Gives it back for Davison. Davison fakes the shot, puts it over for Chapman inside to Grimshaw. Kicks it over for Manor. Can't convert, but Carter gets the offensive rebound and the putback. 6 points for Stephen Carter. That's at least 3 offensive rebounds for Carter, who's been a rebounding machine all year long. Here's a nice pass to number 20, Overbeek, and he converts. 4 points for Dylan Overbeek. Two minutes to go in the first quarter. This is Manor. Grimshaw fakes. It's the ball on the floor. Gives it over for Chapman. Chapman for Carter. Carter in some traffic, puts up the shot, and it gets blocked, and it goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will retain possession. Got wholesale substitutions for the Cougars. We got number 15, Rob Armstrong, number 24, Logan Miller, number 11, Fred Hapgood, number 21, Richie Collins all check in for the Cougars, and all but Jamie Davison come out. This is Hapgood, back for Armstrong. Armstrong, we're looking for some space, gives it for Hapgood, back for Armstrong. Armstrong puts it in the lane, puts up the shot, and draws the foul. Also for the Sentinels, we got number 14. Again, I don't have any first names, so that's Nolan and Morrison. Dan Morrison checks back in. This will be number 15, Rob Armstrong to the line. First shot short. Second shot's on its way, and that one's short as well. There's a battle on the floor, and Cougars can't come up with it, so the Sentinels will have possession of that. Minute 43 to go in the first quarter. Cougars 22, the Sentinels 7. Here's a pass inside to Lenhart, who converts. His first 2 points of the game. This is Miller with it. Miller off the dribble, gives it back over for Davison. Davison for Armstrong, over for Hapgood. Hapgood thinking about the shot, draws his defenders over. Armstrong again, here's Hapgood, he squares up, knocks down the 3. First points of the game for Fred Hapgood. This is Morrison with it. Gives it into Nolan. Nolan turns around and puts up the shot and draws the foul. It's going to go against Armstrong, and that'll put Nolan on the line to shoot 2. So his first name is Matt. We got that, and he knocks down the first of his free throws. Second one's on its way, and that one rolls around and drops in. 2 points for Nolan. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cougars with a 14-point lead. There's a pass inside. It gets knocked away by Mars, but Davison steals the ball back, coming the other way. Here come the Cougars looking for the final shot of the quarter. Davison gives it for Collins. Collins over for Armstrong, gives it inside for Hepgood. Hepgood pulls it back out. Here's Miller. Miller drives the lane and dribbles it off of his foot. And the ball rolls all the way back to the back of the field house, and all those orange jackets down there just sit there and watch it roll.
But you notice how controlled the crowd is.
Yes, the crowd is very well controlled.
Well, it's working.
Apparently, right.
Napolitano would say it's working.
It's working. It's working. There's a shot at the buzzer, and that won't fall. For after 8 minutes of play, it's the Cougars 25, the Sentinels 11. Figured as much. All right, well, hang on. We're on the air, so. This is Lenhart drives the lane. His shot gets knocked away. Here's Thomas Bedard has made his return from the locker room. We're going to send my inside reporters down to find out why he went to the locker room, because I know the viewers out there want to know why he missed almost the whole first quarter. There's a nice pass inside for Stephen Carter, who turns around and knocks down that. That's 8 points for Carter. This is whoa. Just take what you need. Well, you can have it all because it's for tomorrow too. And then there's a shot that goes up in the air and gets knocked away. Okay, go find out why Thomas Bedard went to the locker room. I need you to find out and come back and tell me. Okay, and there's a shot that goes up right at as the shot clock expired, so the Sentinels got a nice break there, and I believe it was, as soon as I can get rid of all these distractions, I believe that was number 33, Mars, that took the shot, and there's a nice drive into the paint, the spin shot by Lenhart that drops in. Not sure who got that last point, but I'm going to give it to Lenhart. Here's Chapman inside, gets his shot blocked, and here come the Sentinels on the run. Here's a pass up for Berkey. Berkey drops one off for Kearns, and that goes out of bounds. And Bedard was right in the middle of it all and knocked it all out of the way. Sorry about that. Sorry for all the distractions. We're back to action.
Hey, when your kid wants money, your kid wants money.
I suppose there wasn't any telling her to go away, was there?
No.
Sentinels inbound. This is Overbeek with it. And Manor steals that. Here's a pass up for Bedard. Bedard dribbles it off his foot, and Lenhart comes back the other way with it. That's Berkey puts up an awkward shot that Carter clears the rebound, then he promptly throws it away. Here's Lenhart goes in the lane and in the land of giants and throws up a shot, a contested shot that doesn't hit anything. Manor with a rebound. Here's Bedard, drives the lane, picks up the foul. That's going to go against Lenhart. Jamie Davison checks back in for the Cougars, as well as Matt Nolan for the Sentinels. Cougars will inbound. There's a nice play inside for Chapman, who converts. 12 points for Connor Chapman. This is Nolan. Lenhart. This is Mars. Mars to Lenhart for 3. That one's a little bit wide. Nice rebound, offensive rebound by Mars, and his shot won't go. Chapman clears that rebound. Davison brings the ball up. So for Manor, he dribbles it off of his leg, and it'll be a turnover. This is Nolan with it. Gives it nice pass inside for Overbeek, but he can't convert. Here's a long pass up for Bedard. Gets his defender off his feet. Drops in the shot. That's first 2 points of the night for Thomas Bedard. This is Nolan with it. Kearns. And there's Mars in the lane, puts up a shot that's contested, gets tipped around, and Carter comes away with a rebound. This is Davison with it. Nice pass in for Chapman. Nice spin move, and his little layup won't go. And looks like we're going to have a foul on Casey Manor on the rebound. And a substitution for the Sentinels, number 15, Dan Morrison, checks back into the game. And Dylan Overbeek will get the rest. Cougars with a 16-point lead, 4 minutes to go in the first half. Here's a pass inside for Mars. Mars backs in, puts up a shot that gets blocked, and Morrison comes up with it but can't convert. Here's Chapman. Nice long pass by Davison up for Connor Chapman, and Chapman converts on that one. 14 points for Connor Chapman to lead all scorers, and the Sentinels take a timeout. All right, out of the timeout, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Sentinels with the ball, down by 17 at this point. 18. There's Kearns with it. Ball gets knocked away, but Mars ends up with it. He drives the lane, puts up the shot, and draws the foul. And that's going to go against Carter. This will be Mars at the line. First shot's a little bit long. Second one's on its way, and that one is long as well. The Perkins tries to tip that back in, but that didn't get anywhere. And this is Bedard with it. Back for Davison. Davison drives the lane, puts up a floater that won't go. Here's Carter with an offensive rebound, and the shot goes up, and he draws the foul. And it's going to be against number 12, Robert Kearns. Carter's first shot's up and good. And again, wholesale substitutions for the Cougars. 22, Randy Grimshaw. 11, Fred Hapgood. 15, Rob Armstrong. 24, Logan Miller. And number 21, Richie Collins, is set to check in for the shooter. Second shot doesn't go. Hapgood gets a nice, quick offensive rebound and gives it inside for Carter. You see, now Carter missed that shot intentionally because he knew he was going to be sub for if he made it. So
that's right.
He missed the shot intentionally so he could stay in for an extra couple.
And it paid off because he got 2 points.
And that's right. And he stayed in there, and he got the pass sent back into him and converted it into 2. Ball goes out of bounds, and we will have the substitution now. Number 21, Richie Collins, will check in, and Carter sits down with 11 points here in the first half. This is Miller with it. Miller Gives it for Hapgood. Hapgood's lazy pass gets picked off, and that's Robert Kearns picks that off, goes down the other end for the easy layup. That's not going to win him too many points with the coach. Hapgood gives it over for Miller. Miller for Armstrong. Armstrong gives it for Hapgood. Squares away for three. That one's short. Rebounded by Mars. There's Robert Kearns drives the lane and draws the foul. And that's going to go against Grimshaw. So Kearns will shoot two.
Cougar draw number 22, Lane Grimshaw in first, and 6 on one, shooting two. For the Sentinels, number 12, Robert Kearns.
First one's up and no good. Dylan Overbeek checks back in for the Sentinels. Gives Dan Morrison a rest. Kearns with his second foul shot. And that one's short as well. Grimshaw with a rebound. This is Miller with it. In for Grimshaw. Is it for Armstrong? This is Miller. Miller for Collins. Collins kicks it out for Hapgood. Hapgood over to Miller. Miller. Armstrong for three. And that's good. First points of the game for Rob Armstrong. Here's Mars with it. Shot goes up. That won't fall. Goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will have possession. 1:08 to go in the first half. Cougars with a 22-point lead, 39-17. This is Miller with it. Miller squares. Shot's a little bit long off the back iron. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Sentinel ball. This is Kearns with it. It's a shot in the lane, blocked by Collins. He ends up with the loose ball. This is Armstrong. He squares up for three and knocks that one down. Two in a row for Rob Armstrong, knocking down the three-pointers. This is Overbeek. Just bounces it off his foot. Here's a pass up for Miller, but he can't convert. Kearns comes away with it. 7 seconds left. This is Mars. Puts up an awkward shot that doesn't go. Collins with the rebound. Out for Miller. Miller from half court. Oh, just misses. So after 16 minutes of play, it's the Cougars 42. The Sentinels of Ticonderoga 17. All right, folks, we're back to action here for the second half of this Section 7 challenge between the Northeastern Clinton Cougars and the Sentinels of Ticonderoga High School with the 4th annual Coaches versus Cancer Section 7 challenge here from the Fieldhouse on the campus of Plattsburgh State University. Here's Davison with a big long three that rattles in and out. Chapman with an offensive rebound, turns around, sends up a shot that rolls around and drops it. 16 points for Connor Chapman to lead all scorers. This is tries to get a pass in. Overbeek tries to pass inside, but Chapman steals that, throws up an awkward shot that doesn't go in, and ball goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will retain possession. Here's Davison with a runner in the lane that won't drop, and Overbeek ends up with the rebound, but Armstrong ties that up, and it's ball go over on to the Sentinels. This is Kearns with it. Over for Perky. Perky to Overbeek. Overbeek tries to pass one inside, but Armstrong picks that off. Drives the lane. Nice pass over for Chapman. He loses the handle on it, but able to flip the pass over to Chapman, who converts. 18 points for Connor Chapman. This is Kearns. Drives the lane, puts up a shot that won't go. Chapman with the rebound, gives it for Davison. Davison, nice pass up for Hapgood, who can't finish. But Davison is there to poke it up and in. 4 points for Jamie Davison. This is Morrison. Again, another pass inside, gets picked off by the Cougars. Davison content to slow things down. Cougars with a 31-point lead, don't need to really be rushing anything at this point. Davison in for Manor. Manor squares. Shot doesn't hit anything, goes out of bounds.
Checking for the Sentinels, number 33, Nathan Mars.
This is, I'm sorry, a substitution for the Sentinels. Nick Mars checks in, and he quickly drives the lane and gets fouled. It's going to be on J.B. Davison on the hold. It'll put Mars on the line to shoot two.
Cougar foul number 23, Jamie Davison, his first, team first. On the line, shooting two for the Sentinels, number 33, Nathan Mars.
Mars' first shot is a little bit strong. He's 0 for from the line tonight. Second one's on its way, and that one's good. Four points for Mars. This is Chapman. Davison. Armstrong. Hapgood. Nice lob inside for Chapman. Chapman looking for a little bit of room, but he gets fouled. That's going to go against Nick Mars. Davison gives it into Hapgood. Back for Davison. Davison drives the lane, kicks it for Armstrong. Armstrong in the lane, puts up a floater and drops that in. Eight points for Rob Armstrong. This is Kearns. And tried to get it into Mars, but it seems as though most of those, particularly here in the second half, the Sentinels are trying to force the ball inside in the against that zone, and the Cougars are there to pick it off. Here's some nice ball movement by the Cougars. Chapman ends up with it and gets called for the travel. Nate Lenhart checks back into the game, and number 30, Jesse Perkins, will sit. This is Kearns. Kearns again. Finds a little seam, drops it off for Mars. Mars penetrates and knocks it down. 6 points for Nick Mars. And there's a pass by Davison that gets picked off by Kearns. Or I'm sorry, Morrison. Morrison drives the lane, puts up a shot that goes off the bottom of the rim and hits him in the back and rolls out of bounds. And there's another guy in his orange, gets off the chair to get the ball. And here comes Coach Guerin is going to put in some substitutions. 22, Randy Grimshaw. 24, Logan Miller. Number 12, Nate Lefebvre. Number 44, Stephen Carter. And number 21, Richie Collins. This is Miller with it. Grimshaw tries to get it in for Carter, but Mars is there to break that up. Here's a 3-on-1 break for the Sentinels, and Perky finishes that one. His first 2 points of the game. This is Miller. Lefebvre. Carter spins, puts up a shot, knocks that down. His first 2 points of the second half. That gives him a total of 13 points for Stephen Carter. This is Kearns in the lane, puts up a shot, rolls around and won't fall. Carter grabs the rebound, and we got a held ball. Matt Nolan checks back in for the Sentinels, and Tanner Perky sits down. This is Miller. Grimshaw. Lefebvre. And he gets that ball stolen by Lenhart. Lenhart goes in with the left hand and knocks that down. Eight points for Nate Lenhart, and Coach Guerin wants to take a timeout. There we go. The inbounds pass gets tied up, and the Sentinels will take over. Cougars in a man-to-man defense here. This is Perkins. That was Perkins with the shot. Doesn't go. Carter with the rebound. Gives it up for Grimshaw. Here's Carter. Drives the lane. Banks one home. $15 points for Stephen Carter. There's Mars in the lane. Nice drive, and his shot rolls off the front of the rim. Ball skips around. Carter comes away with a rebound. Gives it for Miller. Nice pass by Logan Miller. Nice entry pass in for Stephen Carter. Carter converts. 17 points for Stephen Carter, 6 here in the second half. And there goes Matt Nolan, drives the lane and draws the foul. Going to go against Grimshaw.
Cougar foul number 22, Randy Grimshaw, his second, team second. On the line, shooting 2 for the Sentinels, number 14, Matt Nolan.
Matt Nolan will step to the line to shoot 2. 1:03 to go in the third quarter. Nolan's first foul shot goes halfway down and rims right back out again. Second one's on its way, and that one's short. Carter with the rebound. This is Miller. Drives the lane. Puts up tries to put up an alley-oop pass for Collins, but Collins wasn't expecting that. And Lenhart comes back the other way, drives the lane. Throws it up. Grimshaw comes away with the loose ball. Goes in against 3 defenders. Kicks it back out for Miller, who gets his shot blocked by Lenhart. Grimshaw comes away with the rebound. And he draws a foul. That's going to go against Jesse Perkins. So Randy Grimshaw will be at the line to shoot 2. Grimshaw's first shot is up and good. And we got a substitution for the Sentinels. Number 20, Dylan Overbeek checks in, and Nick Mars, sits down. Grimshaw's second one's on the way, and we'll go. And we get a foul on the floor. Away from the ball. Goes against Carter. That's his second. Here's Brian Lozier, first action in the game. Goes for Lenhart and gives that to Perkins. Perkins drives the lane and gets fouled. There's Nolan to inbound. Nice pass. Nice pass inside for the cutting Nate Lenhart, who converts. 10 points for Lenhart. This is Miller. Nice pass to Carter. Carter puts up the shot and draws the foul. The foul was on Overbeek. Carter, first shot is up and good. That'll give him 18, and it'll tie him with Connor Chapman for the scoring lead. Next one's on its way, and that one drops in. 19 points for Stephen Carter. And that shot at the buzzer just rims out, so that'll end the third quarter with the Cougars up by a score of 59-26. All right, folks, we're back to action here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. The Cougars start off with a 33-point lead and the ball. This is Lefebvre with it. Gives it for Armstrong. Armstrong to Collins. This is Lefebvre. Gives it for Armstrong. Armstrong. Bedard tries to get it into Collins, but the ball goes out of bounds. Only 3 on the shot clock. The Cougars got to get a little shot off here pretty quickly. In 3 seconds, by the way. Half good, squares away, puts up a shot, but doesn't hit anything.
Hit the floor.
Well, doesn't hit anything that makes the shot clock go off. So the Cougars will turn it over. The Sentinels will bring the ball up. This is Morrison inside for number 20. Again was Overbeek, and he can't convert. Cougars come away with it. This is Armstrong for Hapgood. Hapgood back for Armstrong. Armstrong drives, gets his player off his feet, and Perkins knocks the ball out of his hands. Here's Perkins in the lane. Nice move there to draw the defense away from him and drive the lane. First 2 points of the game for Jesse Perkins. And Armstrong with the ball. This is Collins. Collins gives it for Hapgood. Hapgood looking to penetrate, steps back, puts up the 3, a little bit short. Overbeek with the rebound, out for Perkins. Perkins gives it to Kearns. Kearns, Overbeek, nice pass in for Dan Morrison, who turns around and knocks down his first 2 points of the game. Well, the Sentinels have come to life a little bit here in the beginning, early going of the fourth quarter. Looks like that's going to be a turnover by the Cougars. slaps that ball. Freddie, I don't think he intentionally did that, but tried to save it and slapped it into the face of waiting Jesse LaRose, who was just getting his first action in the game to get checked into the ball game, and gets a ball in the face for his actions. This is LaRose with it for Perkins. Perkins kicks it for Kearns. Kearns' three-point attempt is a little bit short. Collins with the rebounds. Out for Hapgood. Hapgood. Or to Armstrong, back to Hapgood. Inside for Collins. Collins skips it back out for Hapgood. Drives the lane, puts up a big left-hander off the backboard and in. 5 points for Fred Hapgood. This is Kearns with it. Gives it for Morrison. And it goes inside, and Richie Collins is going to get called for the foul. Sentinels send two substitutions in. That's Brian Lozier and Matt Nolan check in. Morrison and Overbeek will sit. This is Perkins. Nice pass for Lenhart. Lenhart tries to get it inside to LaRose, who wasn't expecting the pass. He gets hit in the head again. This is Bedard with it. Gives it for Armstrong. Armstrong drives the lane, goes right by everybody and puts in a layup. 10 points for Rob Armstrong. By far his best scoring output of the year. This is LaRose. Here's Lenhart. Tries to pass over for Perkins, but Armstrong ends up with that. This is Bedard. Bedard gives it for Collins. Collins. Ooh, Hapgood over to Bedard. This is Armstrong. Gets it in for Collins. Collins backs in and puts the shot in. Richie Collins knocks down his first 2 points of the game. Can step to the line to see if he can convert the three-point play. Collins, free throw is on its way, a little bit short. And that's number 23, Bryant Austin checks in for the Sentinels. First we've seen of him. Here's Lozier in the lane, and he drops one in. And we've got substitutions for the Cougars. Number 24, Logan Miller. Number 22, Randy Grimshaw. And number 45, Casey Manor. Lozier will step to the line to shoot one. His shot is up and no good. Manor with the rebound. Out for Lefebvre. Up to Miller. Miller squares and knocks down a three-pointer. His first points of the game. This is the Sentinels with the ball. Here's LaRose. Inside for Lozier. Lozier can't convert. LaRose gets an offensive rebound, and there's Lozier to get that offensive rebound to put back and draws the foul. So that basket's going to be good. Foul's going to go against Casey Manor. So in two successive trips, Brian Lozier is at the line for trying to complete a three-point play. This time he does. 5 points for Brian Lozier. We got 3 minutes to go in the game. Here's a ball that gets skipped around. Hapgood comes up with it. And he steps out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover for the Cougars. Sentinels will bring the ball up, trailing by 33 with 2:50 to go in the game. Here's LaRose inside for Lozier. It's Lenhart for 3. "13 points for Nate Lenhart. He's the high man for the Sentinels. Here's Miller. Kicks it out for Grimshaw. Grimshaw in the lane, puts up a runner that won't go. And the ball's out of bounds. And Nate Lenhart makes a nice play to save it, but was already out of bounds. Cougars will inbound. Here's Hapgood. Back to Grimshaw. Grimshaw. Miller. Miller inside for Manor. Manor turns and can't make the left-hander go. That's Austin with the rebound. This is Lenhart. LaRose. Lozier. Lozier, shot won't go. LaRose is right there to try to corral that offensive rebound, but he can't handle it. It goes out of bounds, and Cougars will take over. Just under 2 minutes to play. This is Miller with it. He goes in the lane, puts up a shot that rolls around the rim and won't fall. LaRose with the rebound. Gives it over for Nolan. Nolan drives the lane, draws the double team, and does a nice job of dumping that over to Jesse LaRose, but LaRose can't convert. Draws the foul though, and he'll step to the line to shoot 2. LaRose. LaRose's first shot is up and good. Fred Hapgood checks back in for the Cougars. Here's LaRose's second foul shot. No good. Grimshaw rebounds. This is Lefebvre. Gives it for Grimshaw. Here's Lefebvre. Grimshaw. Gives it for a nice pass for Manor, but Manor has a hard time finding the handle. When he finally does, he rolls it around the rim. Here's Grimshaw with a steal and puts up an awkward shot and draws the foul. So with 1:11 showing on the clock, that foul is going to go against Nate Lenhart, and it's going to send Randy Grimshaw to the line to shoot two free throws. His first one's up and no good. Second one is up and good. Four points for Randy Grimshaw. This is Nolan. LaRose for Austin. Austin looking to penetrate, puts the ball on the floor and sends up a shot that rattles around. Sentinels with the rebound. That's Lenhart. He converts. 15 points for Nate Lenhart, and we're in the final minute of play. This is Lefebvre, puts up an off-balance shot, but that doesn't fall, and Austin with the rebound. Here's Lenhart. He pulls the ball back, gives it over for LaRose. LaRose inside for Lozier. Lozier kicks it out to Austin. Austin at the elbow, gets his ball stolen, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the Sentinels. 13.7 on the clock. This is Lozier to Austin. Austin drives the lane, puts up a nice shot, and it's up and in. His first 2 points of the contest, and Logan Miller will just let the clock run out. So That's our final. The Cougars 69, the Sentinels of Ticonderoga 43. So that's the way it was this Saturday afternoon, January 9th, 2010, from the field house on the campus of Plattsburgh State University for the Coaches versus Cancer Section 7 Challenge. Thank you for watching Hometown Cable Television, worth your support.